I am a communist, and this is what I want to fight for.
As a communist who does, pro-Palestine organizing.
I mean, our goal is liberation. Our goal is communism.
I think we can transform DSA into a revolutionary and practical organization.
We are revolutionary socialists who believe in the working class and believe that it's in desperate need of a revolution and thus needs a workers' party with an internationalist and anti-imperialist purview. And we believe that DSA is the best method to achieve this.
At the end of the day, we're in DSA because we believe that DSA, whatever it is, can be the vehicle for socialism here.
I think DSA has retreated on abolition somewhat. Like 5 years ago, we had Zeron tweeting, "Queer liberation means defund the police."
The type of Trotskyism I adhere to, and I think the type of Trotskyism Trotsky actually argued, it says we recognize these problems and we defend them anyway.
We must be willing to meet the challenge of building a member-driven mass organization that can harness the revolutionary potential of the working class.
I first joined DSA at the end of 2021. So when I came to the US for grad school, I got involved in Students for Justice in Palestine. And then after I graduated, I organized in the New Haven community.
And that internationalism is key to change for us as socialism here in the United States because it helps us see what's possible.
That DSA has remained one of the only coherent poles of resistance to both fascism and capital in the United States. We're only going to build ourselves into a fighting party by ensuring that our electoral work and our independent working class organizing are working in concert and are strengthening each other.
We are fighting to dismantle these policing structures, but ultimately we have to be ready to take control of our neighborhoods, to fight for our neighbors.
If you're a cop or Zionist, stay the fuck out of DSA because those are the two criteria that we actually don't allow.
So when we say we want a vanguard party of professional revolutionary cadre, we're talking about organizers who are on the front lines of labor struggles, tenant struggles, and so on.
It is so important that as DSA we are developing organizers who can look at the conditions, figure out what exactly is the pressure point, what is that weak point that we can push on to help start breaking capitalism down. And it's working.
As we approach the midterms, the DSA movement has become the radical part of the Democratic Party, and they are doubling down on their radically stupid agenda. These people speak of socialism. But what they call socialism is actually communism.
So we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform. And I want to ask you, just give me sort of a true or false on these. Abolish the Senate.
True.
Okay. Replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them.
Yep.
Abolish ICE.
Absolutely.
Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
As a long-term plan, yep.
Defund the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back. New Yorkers headed to the polls for today's primary elections to choose their candidates for all 26 congressional district races. On the gubernatorial side, Republican Bruce Blakeman and incumbent Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul both entering unopposed. New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani looking to test his political clout and whether voters will adhere to his socialist ideals, leading to some infighting within the party. Mamdani held a rally with Senator Bernie Sanders last week, where he said the Democrat Party needs to change their old way of thinking. Joining us now is New York Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis. Congressman, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So, first of all, how many seats do the Democrats need to gain to take the majority? Do you expect that to happen? And what about these Mamdani-endorsed candidates? Do they stand a chance?
Well, you know, the number of our majority changes every day. I think it's about 4 right now that they would need to take in November.
In the House?
I think that of the House, yes.
Yeah. And what about the Senate?
And I think In the Senate, you have 4 as well. You have it's 53, right? So it's interesting to see how this will all play out. I believe, quite frankly, that you're going to see some of these crazy left-wing candidates get elected today in New York City. I hope I'm wrong. Not that it really matters. They all vote the same way at the end of the day, right? The incumbents who are there, the Democrats, they have supported open borders. They voted for the largest massive tax increase. They voted against that big, beautiful bill with all those tax benefits for the middle class. And, you know, at the end of the day, they also voted to defund our law enforcement. So what you're really going to get here, perhaps the biggest difference will be that you'll get people who are actually true blue socialists, people who really do want to see our country looking more like Venezuela. Now, obviously, we need to keep the majority to ensure that doesn't happen. And just to give you an example, the candidate who's running against Congressman Adriano Espaillat, she has said she wants to abolish police, prisons, borders. She doesn't even think we should have a defense budget. I mean, it's really ludicrous and wacky, but that's the Democrat Party today, right? It's not your grandfather's party. Look what they did in New Jersey. They actually nominated a guy who is the defense witness for the blind sheik, who was then convicted in the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center. This is a Democrat Party that is sympathizing more with socialists, communists, and terrorists than the middle-class Americans that the Democrats used to be for back in the days of JFK and even Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
So now New York will be the prototype for what socialism looks like. A city riddled with homelessness, crime, and astronomical taxes. And everyone in the United States will get to see what socialism, communism looks like. This United States is under serious attack of becoming a godless country.